Every time I leave bodyguards around.
Hello and welcome to Commentaries Magic stream for BronyCon
Okay, I'm slow, and it's like actually
2019
impossible to deal with
Harmony
that for
Tournament.
years.
Today I'm
No,
going
it's
to
like
commentate the events, and I'm as always
I had a
Hifrok.
choice, okay? I only had
And
one
for the first
choices,
time I'm
and at
alone
that time,
here.
I would rather have the old money
But
stick
that's
around.
okay.
Because you can only use old money repeatedly.
The tournament is about to start, and we're currently waiting for it to
But
start.
you literally cascade off a bodyguard.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you bodyguard and you get unicorns at a place, right? If I ever want to do anything, I have to give you like 3 or 4 AT,
It's great.
right? And then you get 4 AT to do whatever you want, which is probably make more stuff, right?
Yeah.
You can open money like 6 times. Luna's Future and
Yeah. It's
The
like,
core tournament was yesterday, so there won't be any core anymore. And there was a stream of that, but I believe that wasn't commentated.
That was a bigger problem.
I guess. I've just never like considered it that big of a threat, but
There's still some
Well, because like I actually
camera adjustments going on.
we're trying to, score points off. Anyway, if you get like 4 AT every time I try, then that's like worse.
do I have a score fighter?
Jeez, the thing just accidentally the database again.
The whole database?
what'd you click?
You have a score.
Yeah, you can. You have to wait for it to update fully. Yeah. Fine, overrided. Still doing it.
I left my poker chips in my room. Does somebody have like a loaner bag full of them, like minifigures or Funko, full-size Funko figures or something like that to use?
Probably not.
Okay.
Now, you can do this because I'm going to have to rebuild the lines.
I really hope I'm not too loud on the stream, because since last time I streamed the events, my setup has changed a little bit, so I had to like reset up everything, and the sound levels might be a little bit off because of that.
This thing will be fine.
I tried to like test before streaming, but
Although I can. Excuse me. We need one more chair over here if we get it. This feels uneven.
Let's take a little bit down on this side. I think.
Because it's slightly at an angle. Oh well. I don't feel like messing with it. Okay. Wow, we have 39.
here it is, the best playmat. On the right, of course.
Yeah, it's fine. Figure it out.
To review, Baby Flurry Heart is only satisfied
Oh, it sounds like we're going to see some Poppy today, which is not like too surprising.
Baby Flurry Heart.
But it's gonna be interesting.
No, I'm saying when the character would be moved. We're talking about you're thinking sequence. So when the character would be moved. So if two baby flurry parts, if the first one cancels the move, the second one is not
As of
set.
right now, we don't have any official information that can give as far as that goes. So we're currently just looking at set 11 and making sure that gets finished.
Honestly, if I had the ring, start, what I was going to say is like the next set, follow the question.
We shall see what ends up being possible.
So should there be flurry parts in play and a derpy that says move to a random area?
Because when the second trigger happens, only the first.
Pick a random prop.
Yes, you could have, except you knew that was bad. So you
No,
didn't.
your movement is then
Poppy,
replaced by
no.
the first baby.
Poppy, Poppy, you're winning because your deck takes too long.
Probably turn player.
Just take a flurry hard happen.
Let flurry hard happen. And then you pick a random area. If that random area is where it's already at, or the opponent's home, no movement would occur.
Whatever name you signed up on.
That one's gone. And the second one,
That one is done because it has replaced the movement and is now set. The second one,
Again, that's a new movement. They get played for the second. No, but it's the first. It's the first.
but no movement has happened. So I think the second movement would still then trigger the second movement. It's how it's been processed. Because no movement has actually been until the first movement. It actually happened.
Sure, just cross that one off of my name.
But the next movement would be the first time.
Yeah, sure.
the second flurry hard doesn't like the second flurry hard trigger.
But I put here.
So movement, yeah. So that's movement. Any future movement applies as normal.
If Rock says you better use the
The
dice.
second one would then trigger off the next movement.
I will use the dice.
Yeah. So I was told that the second one would happen, and then like it would happen.
So scenario is Party Mare in play. Right. Two flurry cards in play. Correct. Start a turn, Party Mare would move to a random problem. And pick a random problem, attempts to move. One baby flurry card replaces that movement. It's going to replace it for only having one. And they replace something else. And then you hit a random area. If that random area is a valid target, the movement would actually then happen, and second baby flurry card replaces that movement. If that first baby flurry card
No. He's saying if it's a valid area.
so I'm doing the valid area.
If it is possible for you to move to that area, then the second floor kicks in. Because it is still the first time the character would be moved this turn, and Flurry Heart kicks into the rest.
The first would be good.
It's first time, it still has but all it did was choose the
The
area
question
in
is the meaning of the word would.
Party movement replaced by first floor. If it is a valid location that it can be moved to and it is not currently at, then that would cause Party Hard to be moved to that area. It would also be the first time a character would be moved this time. It doesn't matter whether or not Party Mare moved there on her own ability or Flurry Heart moved there randomly, because it's still the first time she moved there. The second Flurry Heart can then replace that event again. This is how Flurry Heart stack.
Alright.
Okay, and then the second question. First flurry heart.
It is the rule that we have used and have talked about on our streams. Every subsequent Flurry Heart increases the chance of
So we have 29, right?
Which means
I told Hithrock the wrong
Then
number.
the second Flurry Heart.
has not been triggered.
No, the second Flurry Heart has been triggered, but it can't replace the same thing.
Seems like some more Flurry Heart discussions going on in the background.
Forcing 3 rounds, right? We're still forcing 3 rounds.
So it doesn't matter whether or not the first movement.
And
I told him 3.
I just got told that there are 28 people participating in the tournament, and they might force 3 rounds, but as Ara just said,
Roll out.
they will do as many rounds as they can. But 28 people is a lot of people.
Successfully replaces and then second one successfully replaces, or replaces to no option and my second one is
Not how I've been playing. You should basically I've misunderstood it several times.
this is the way the Flurry Heart moves.
So we might have to do. We might have to force 3 rounds, 1 pack per win, only because of the price down the ballot.
I did not hear you. You didn't announce pairings yet.
Harmony! CCG players! Listen over here and listen up for your round 1 pairings!
Okay, round 1 pairings. With 30 people participating, we might see a lot of different decks. Well, not 30, but 28. Almost 30. Ooh, someone just stomped on the camera.
Alright, as a reminder, Harmony players, we are going to have a live stream taking place here on table 1. If you do not want to be on the live stream, that is fine. Just let us know and we will find another group of players to play. Is there anyone that knows immediately that they do not want to appear on live stream?
Yeah, my Jake.
You do not want to appear on live stream at all.
I don't want to appear if
It's totally fine if you don't. Totally fine.
Completely fine.
I'm not getting on stream till Hithrock admits he's wrong.
Okay.
Do we not need that?
What do you mean? Admits his role.
That's not possible.
We're not setting that up right now.
So, if you do appear on live stream, please remember this is family-friendly content. Watch the language. Do not have your phone out and show people your password. It is a very bad idea to do that. Phone off the table.
I think I did it once.
Your badge before you begin. Hold it out over the mat, well over the center. We have a remote commentator here. This remote commentator is Hithrock. If you know him, then you know that he likes Trixie. For every question we hear about Trixie, we are removing Trixies. Don't ask about Trixie.
Make sure you tell into the mic how much you hate Trixie.
No,
yes. I
Also,
hate Trixie.
Also let him know that Aloe is a colorless card.
Yes. All right.
I will fight.
Just letting me know that Aloe is a colorless card is not going to win you the war.
Commentator has a line of contact to the seat members here. We will
Don't
serve
touch it.
as judges for this event. If
I
there
know,
are
and I
any
have
rules
to,
questions,
like, you have to let this sit,
very loudly
and then you have to fix it.
Judge! One of us will come over and answer your question for you. If it takes a long time, we will also give you a time extension for your round. If you are on the stream table and Hithrock notices an illegal move or play, he will contact one of us and we may come over to correct this. Just be aware of that. This is a tier 1 event. This is going to be pretty casual. We're going to play 3 rounds total. After 3 rounds are about set 11. Some of you submitted yes or no questions yesterday. If you have questions you would like to submit about set 11 that are not about Trixie,
Unless you
I have questions.
in the set,
unless you don't want
then
Trixie
submit
cards in the
away.
set,
How many Trixies are there? Do you like Trixie?
you may PM them to any of us on Discord. No. This is acceptable. Well, the current set, Friends Forever, is set 10. So 11 would be the one to come out after that. Okay? Prizing. The current estimate of what we're going to do for prizes for this event is about a pack per match win. We are running slightly low on prizes, and we are so thrilled to have so many of you participating. We will do our best to accommodate this price structure. Kids Rocky's fighting me on the Alamo's colorless link.
You're wrong about this.
I also have like random swag in.
Yeah, I have Ara on my side.
Joe has been kind enough to bring random swag. Crush, kill, destroy swag. You may collect swag from him at the end of the event when you collect your prize support. Does anyone have any questions before we begin? No. What is yes? You said yes.
He said no.
Is it regarding Trixie? Put your hand down. Yes.
So how many Trixies are in the new set?
We're currently trending towards 0.
You're going. Good question. All right. Start of game setup.
How do you become a furry?
Both players need to
Then why are we
reveal
starting
their
so late?
names to your opponent. Then, both players need to select a starting problem simultaneously. Once your mains and starting problems have been selected, you may then determine who will go first. You may use any random method. Once that is done, you may draw your opening hands, and in turn order, the first player decides if they would like to mulligan, and then the second player decides if they would like to mulligan. If you choose to mulligan, you take your entire hand, you shuffle it back into your deck, and you draw a new hand of 6 cards. You may do this exactly once, so if you choose to mulligan, you must keep your second hand. Any questions about that? Does anyone have any questions about how end of time works? Everyone here knows how end of time works.
Ara,
You have a question
are
about
we
end
going
of
to be
time?
live streaming the answering
That's
of
totally fine.
questions?
When we call time, that is what is referred to as soft
Yeah, Pith Rock
time.
wanted to know.
The moment we call that, we just determine whose turn
I'll
it
just
is.
say we'll see what
If
happens.
that player was the first person to start the game. So if they
For
were
what?
the
Oh,
first
for the
player in
thing?
the game, they
We have
will
enough room here
finish
for
their
3 games,
turn,
right? Yeah.
and then their opponent will finish their turn. And at that,
Not that much.
whoever has the highest point total will win. If when we call time, you were the second player in that game, you will finish your turn, and that will be the end of the game. Does everyone understand? Okay.
Is it just one match?
It is one match. The match time for soft time is 35 minutes. After we call soft time, there is a 5-minute hard time, meaning that if you have not finished your subsequent turns after soft time is called, it is immediately cut off once the 5-minute mark hits.
It looks like this. I will have this running over here somewhere. When it says time remaining, this is still during the match. When it says time until end of game, that is in hard time.
We will also announce this time. Are there any other questions before we begin? Yes.
Does this count as a question about Trixie?
Yes.
I love this. And I had absolutely nothing to do for this to happen.
Some of you have not played since, hey, players, some of you have not played since the bonus point rule changed. For clarification, you do not score a problem's bonus points for being the first player to confront it. Alright?
I actually
The
don't
only way
have a spare one.
to score
Do you
a
have a
problem's
spare
bonus
card?
points is if you win a problem face-off that takes place at that problem. If you win a multi-problem face-off where
I have
face-off
one
is taking
over
place
here.
at all problems, you score the highest of any of the bonus points among problems in play.
Serious action.
Yes.
Do you have any of the questions?
Send it to us on Discord. And yes, they do have to be yes or no. Any other questions? Yes.
What does the bug pony mean?
Here.
It means we have to start over. Hand in your roll cards and
All
shuffle
right,
them up.
everyone sign up again.
All right. Any other questions?
I got a quick
quick question.
Yes.
I don't remember. I heard you mention like the bonus points.
Yes.
Is that going to be similar to like the tournament that I accidentally joined yesterday?
It is the exact same rule. So
Okay.
that bonus point number on the problems, you only get that for winning a problem face-off. You do not get that for being the first to confront.
Because like when I was with my group, they told me that they
That's how it used to
Watch
be.
out, don't touch stuff.
Anyone else?
That is, he
Yes.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Yes.
All right.
Alright, start the pairing.
It's also a gender and a
All right.
format.
Please listen up. Table 1.
Ivory, Starlight, and Big Cheese.
Get wrecked.
Table 2, Seth
Are you
Scalia
playing
versus
this deck?
Brent.
Yes!
Table 3, Sonic Windstrider
I
versus
hate
myself.
everything right now.
Table 4, Keith Burgess versus Kerry Lee. Table 5, another no.
Okay, seems like we're going to have Big Cheese against Ivory Starlight.
Luna versus Richard Owens.
So
We'll see if they forget to present their badges, and if they do, we'll judge them.
Table 8, Emily Stone versus Kevin Changeling. Table 9, Lemon Farts versus Max.
lemon farts.
Yep, that's what it was written down.
What?
Table 10, Stephen Massey versus Godo. Table
Seems like Cheese is going to play Mod, which could be farming,
Table 12, Anna Moy
since Applejack Ambassador of Honesty was banned.
13, David H versus Cursing
That seems like the main to go for farming.
not know where they're going.
I thought we had 28.
You are in table 3.
Let's see what Ivory is going to play. Also Mod.
It's a TOBIYUKI.
I can't fix the spelling at this point.
No, I'm just trying to
You
figure
are
out
at table 5.
table 5.
Infiltrating the Hive seems like a good problem to start with Mod.
Reveal your, don't be dumb, reveal your start.
You can fill your discard pile with different types of cards.
Be over on this row somewhere.
If you're not familiar with the Mod main, your starting side is
I'm actually really angry.
whenever you have a friend and a resource in play, she turns over.
I've never played this deck before. Have you played this
I think
deck?
it's not. It might be at the end of the turn though.
This particular build, I've only gold.
And her boosted side is for each type. She has +1 power for
Yeah.
each different type of cards in your discard pile.
6 cards.
So infiltrating the Hive is pretty good because you can discard different cards of types of cards to boost her up.
Because I'm always on table 3 because I have to run scraps.
Yeah, I also haven't seen Mod in ages.
Finish
I don't think
this
I've
back,
actually ever played against her, like since I started playing. But I didn't start playing.
I hope he does.
Okay,
Hithrock, it's Big Cheese and Ivory. I hope you figure that out.
I know, but you haven't presented your badge, so I'm... Okay, okay. He can hear me. So, I haven't seen Mod in a while as well. Like, I've seen people talk about her, but not much in the net, and we just lost sound, it seems.
You hit start tournament,
And here it is.
automatically randomizes the thought.
I've played her myself in some decks in Silver Spanner,
No idea.
but Silver Spanner is like a fun casual format.
So if we do even or odd,
Doesn't
that's
really
fine. If
reflect
you wanna do
harmony or
high roll,
anything.
then I need to-
If someone doesn't know what Silver Spanner is a tournament that Bugle organizes on Reddit,
Is this high roll?
and the gist of it is that each tournament has its own set of rules that somewhat like restrict you or
I'm using Mod Pie.
do something. And it seems like Grandpa's is playing Mod as well, so it might be that Sim just came up with some deck or something like that and just all playing it. I would expect Aura to play something else though. I don't know why.
Table 4, Kyle Peterson versus Jaffus. Table 5, Gary versus Keith. Table 6, another no pony versus Moby Yak. Everyone here.
No, just have the people that are standing sit somewhere else.
I wonder if they don't have enough room for 30 people.
The backs of blank cards if you want that.
Did you cut this yet?
No?
Alright, then I'm gonna go check.
As long as we know who you're talking about, that's the important.
So I know quite a few of people chosen other panels instead of participating in this tournament, but it still has 28 people, which is quite an impressive number. I believe core tournament had 32? I think something like that.
Yes, I will.
Because this is confusing as hell, and Jesus doing a better job.
So these two better play Trixie Rock Farmer as their orange friend. Because you do need a friend to flip mod.
Yeah, it's just there's an offset until you hit Arcat, and then the offset stops.
Yeah, so you're playing.
Jeffrey, raise your hand. There you go.
So I just checked on the mod flip condition. It's at the end of the phase. If you have a friend, a resource turn this card over. At the end of the main phase.
How do I play this?
It's fun playing with you, isn't it? Huh? It's fun playing with you, isn't it?
Okay, I see some blue in Cheese's hand.
Oh, yeah, you can.
I think I see blue in Ivory's hand as well. I see a Trixie. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know. The normal layout that I've always used there is correct.
Okay, so Cheese has Fire of Friendship, which is quite an easy way to flip your main. Can't quite see what the other event is though. I mean, resource. He also has a Bailout, Applejack's Epiphany, some Troublemaker. I think it's Sombra. Not sure.
I'm keeping.
It is Sombra.
I'll also keep. May I see your man again? So I have to find. I'm using this as my.
I think that resource is Zabables? I'm not sure.
I don't know my names like that. Or whatever. They're, you know,
Oh yeah. Crap, we are gonna need those, aren't we?
whatever.
You know what? I got this. I'm just using my badges. Yes! I'm doing it just to be obnoxious. GP, I'm gonna use all my badges as changeling tokens.
This seems fair. Would you like an actual changeling token? I bought a spare.
No!
I need one.
It's an opportunity to plug Feather's artwork.
Did we have a judge request?
Okay. What's the question?
Oh my god, are we really judge calling this early? We haven't even started round one yet.
Now, I have a laser cutter, and I just painted them.
I am really loving how many people are using old names. That's actually kind of amazing.
Yeah, I'm just really bad. Like, I just started playing.
No, no, you're,
I only have for you had a damaged sleeve or something?
that's okay.
He's got the old art suit.
It's a free event.
Yeah, whatever.
This is
If they were continental, no,
What do you say?
but damaged sleeve.
All right, players, you may begin. Players, you may begin.
Okay, so the game starts.
So I'm going to gain 2 HP, and I'm going to save my action turns and pass the turn.
Go.
Okay, Ivory passes.
Or whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think they're both just playing farming decks. Which is interesting because we haven't seen any farming decks before in Harmony tournaments after the J got banned in Harmony as well.
Which is pay 2 and discard 2 cards to choose a color, and put a 2-power colorless changeling friend token with that color. So I will discard. Okay, Staff of Sakonis.
So Ivory got a stick. If he really wanted to, he could flip his main this turn. All he needs to do is to use Infiltrating the Hive to get a Changeling and play the stick.
So that changeling token is going to go here. And is going to be blue. Okay. There we go. I'm going to spend 118.
Not sure if Ivory is running exactly the same deck and if he has the second color even. Okay, here goes the Changeling token.
I don't actually know where I should play this.
It's a little bit big though.
At the end of my main phase, I have a friend and I have a resource, so I will turn Modify
Discarding.
power for each card type.
He discards the stick and something else.
So she gets plus 2 power. I have 118 left, and I'm passing the turn. Your turn.
And plays a something. Can't quite see what it is. I think that's
There.
yeah, it's Vermin Barricade. If I remember that resource's name correctly. It's the one where you, when you play Troublemaker, you
Source, mods,
can banish a top card of your deck under it, and then during the main phase you can
go ahead.
spend a card under it to move something to a Troublemaker.
I'll pay 2, discarding.
Seems like he played a Troublemaker. Wait. So the problem is, I think Ivory just used Vermin Barricade to move Mod to a Troublemaker, but that is a face down Troublemaker. Don't think he can do that.
These two. To put a changeling into play. Day 1, Wonderfall Stadium.
Okay.
I will pay 1 more to put Forest Owl here.
One.
And my turn with 118.
And we lost the stream again, it seems. Hopefully it'll be back up soon. Here it is. And it's down again.
I don't know why I put this here.
Why?
What?
I don't know either.
And when it's defeated, I reveal cards from the top of my deck until I reveal.
Stream is quite laggy for some reason.
I take it you're not gonna let me move it.
Spend 2 action tokens to move Modify up to this problem. And I'm going to.
I don't care.
I just put it over there instead. Sure. There's no reason for it to be over there. Oh wait, I confronted last turn.
Correct.
I don't think he could have moved that with Barricade.
Yeah. My bad on that.
So the problem is,
Yes, Brock. Anyway, go ahead.
the problem here is that in the rules we have a rule that says unless a card specifies a face down Troublemaker, it always means a face up Troublemaker. And Vermin Barricade for sure doesn't specify that. I called the judges, but it might be a little bit slower response because I believe all of the judges are playing.
Why would we do that?
I will pay
Okay. End of turn flip.
Mayor here.
Pass.
Very nice.
And when I play an event, I can adjust it to banish your resource.
Oh well, I guess this is too late to fix this mistake. So let's go back to what Cheese did. Cheese got a Changeling token, naming Blue, I believe,
And I will challenge 6 on 5. Sure.
and played a Wonderbolt Stadium.
We are tied, I believe.
Yeah,
else you'd like to do when you play that?
Okay, Ivory tried to farm Sombra, but lost. Now Mod is where she belongs. Haha.
Okay, now I am. And then
Draw. Okay, I'm going to choose.
For everyone in the chat, I'm trying to keep an eye on it, but sometimes Twitch is laggy and like misses some of the messages. So I might miss yours, but I'll try to like refresh it every now and then. Okay, I can't see what is that.
Gaining 2.
Then I trigger copy shots. Draw a card from the top. Card from the top until it's red.
Flip.
There we go. I will put Ember into play at. I guess we'll put Ember into play here for this go. These get shuffled up, and then the cards I flip play.
Alright, Cheese moves Mod to Sombra.
Actually, that's not high enough because now I'm at
5,
6, 7.
And I also missed how he played the stick, so now he has a stick as well.
That's 13.
Which puts him pretty up high. Even without the Mod's ability, with stick, Mod is at 6 power, while Sombra is at 5. Is it 5?
And I will. Mod is.
And I believe he has 2 different types of cards in his discard pile, so that's 8 power total against Sombra's 5. So pretty good chances to win this. I believe though Ivory has Applejack's Epiphany, and if I remember correctly, that lets you exhaust a character in the face-off, so... But it costs 3 AT, Ivory doesn't have enough AT. Okay, so now he could have moved with Vermin Barricade, because there was a face-up Sombra at the problem, but not before.
pass turn.
That was past your shoulder phase.
Game 2. Draw a card.
Okay, let's see if Cheese tries to challenge Sombra.
Challenge.
8 on 5. That puts you at 11 and Sombra at 9.
He considers to playing Bailout.
I just paid one more to draw one more, and I end.
Bailout makes sense here, but he might just do nothing. Plays Bailout, discarding something.
One of these I need more.
Discard our hands, draw 3 cards.
I have, yeah.
Okay, you know Nightmare.
I have.
I would probably keep Epiphany here,
Probably have to pitch this.
Resource and
because Epiphany will help against another face-off against Cheese, and that's what Ivory decides.
Kill that. Ready this.
Cheese answers with Epiphany of his own, which lets him dismiss a resource and ready his character.
and at the start of the face-off, Ember becomes involved in the face-off. So 6, 9 versus 7.
Okay, and Mod's at not at 9, is it? Oh wait.
What's especially good about this is that Bailout doesn't let the card ready the next ready phase, but since Cheese readied her manually, so to speak, that doesn't matter anymore, unless she gets exhausted again.
I'm gonna bail you out.
3 action tokens to play a Rainbow Dash, 1 ring and 4.
Wait, what is this for?
Alright.
I'll go to my spell phase. I will pay 1, confront for 1 point.
And I should really keep on scores here.
Things are happening.
What did you discard?
Friend.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking of trying to fix that.
There we go.
Yeah. 10.
Sometimes it's pretty hard to keep a track on scores.
I just have 3.
And then 3. Yes, you should be at 10.
Yes. 4.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Actually, 5, right? This is 1,
GP.
2,
Okay.
Confront.
Four. No, you're right. Okay.
Passing.
I'm sorry. This is the card that's in my hand. My fault. There we go. Okay. So highest bonus.
That is a torch, I believe. He drew a
I will
torch.
still try to challenge Sombra.
And he tries to challenge somebody with 0 and 5.
I will pay 2. I will hit. Well, first I'm readying this, and I will hit. Shoot, what is more important?
Okay. Pass.
Yeah, so the thing is, Stick is pretty good for farming, but Vulnerable Stadium is basically an AT gen. It's like having cover to cover in play, which is pretty strong.
This is a hard decision to make. I think it's gonna have to be the one. Crap.
Oh, and I gain 2.
Yes, you do.
Hit the stick.
Man, 1 AT springs forward seems good.
Okay, he hits the stick.
I'll confront. One banked, go ahead.
And confronts for a point. Which brings him up to 4.
Twilight here, and force move mod here.
You did what?
When you move this card to a problem, I can move an opponent's friend. Oh, friend. So I'll move your Rainbow Dash.
Cheese plays a Troublemaker. To farm even more.
And she gets +2.
Do you have a troublemaker?
Yes, I do.
And I have a 10.
You have 1 AT left?
I believe Cheese also has Bailout in his... Oh no, it's not Bailout. I think it's gotta go fast.
Scarface? Convert for 1. Pass.
I'm just checking to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Which I don't quite remember what it does. Oh, it's 1 AT move during a face-off. Just move a character to a problem.
Ivy, did you just move a mod to a face-down troublemaker with Farming Barricade? I think you did.
I did.
Can't do that.
What do you mean?
Farming Barricade references troublemakers. Only face up.
Face down.
Oh.
Oh, I don't, did you do it twice or just once?
He did it once.
I don't remember.
Because I don't know if you should be up here right now.
I had a face off there. I don't know if that can really be reversed.
Yeah, whatever, that's fine.
Sorry. I'm challenging Trixie.
Sure.
Yeah, he challenges Trixie and wins, I believe.
I know.
10 sets later, Yellow Paris Sprite still wins game. So, Van win.
I mean, we banned, I've stopped recently.
Additional 2 to play bet 3. Now all my crews are +1.
I will pay.
Can't quite see what cards he drew. I think I see Torch, but I might be wrong.
And exhaust her.
Did he say I did it twice?
No, you just noticed the once.
Well, if I did do it twice, I apologize.
Exhaust the characters
Just once.
don't give their power.
Second time you had some for face up.
Be aware, that's fine.
That's fine.
Winona can only look at it.
Oh, at this.
Yeah, it didn't really matter anyway, because he lost to Sombra
2 banks.
in the beginning, so Mod ended up at home anyway. So while that was a mistake, it didn't matter as much.
They're gonna pay.
Ooh, Nightmare Moon. Everyone discards their hands. It's the pre-release promo, I believe.
Sure.
Maybe not.
14.
Can't quite see. It's definitely not the top 8 one.
Yep.
Okay, Cheese loses to Nightmare Moon.
Only during face-ups. And only during... So we'll mark
The
that.
Wonderbolt Stadium.
Okay. So going 4 up to 6. Draw.
I mean, I guess in theory, you don't have to use it,
I
but
just get that. And then the rest go on the bottom of my deck in any order.
That's Farm for a Mare. I believe back in the day it was a really hard promo to get because this card was available promo only.
You should have done the yellow Parasprite first.
And
Because the start of my Troublemaker phase happens before Nightmare Moon.
promos are quite scarce, so a lot of people wanted it because it was a good card.
Okay. Let's
And you can't just like open it from a booster or something, you had to go to an event to get it. Or trade it from a player.
12 versus 4.
Which is why you don't do
4 is the one that I'm
promo only cards.
I have a D8.
Makes everything worse.
divided by 2.
Let's challenge Nightmare Moon over here. So 6.
But eventually this card got printed in Control at Nights. As a common, I think.
And these are both dismissed. I will spend 2 Troublemaker phase to move this up here.
I see Avery has a Nightmare Moon of his own. It looks like Nightmare Moon though.
And move this Codex.
I see a Bailout and something else. Maybe Shovel.
Parasprite had been out there earlier. That could have been scary.
Yeah, I only have one.
I also lost track of points again. So let me
I
update
have
that.
one Nightmare Moon in here as well.
Very well with it.
Yes.
First thing I'm going
Avery has 1 more point.
to pay 2.
And Cheese 2 more points.
And then I'm going to pay another 2 to move Fluttershy into position. Thus, thank you. Judge. Then pay 2 more to move Celeste.
You ready for this?
What?
You ready? Ready?
Ready for what?
Let's go.
I'm confronting.
Sure.
Okay, he just goes for the confront.
Yes.
Ready.
After playing the Troublemaker, of course.
5. Draw a card. Nightmare Moon.
Fire Friendship to Nightmare Moon.
Blue.
Okay.
Challenge Nightmare Moon.
13, 7, hold.
Okay, those are good flips. I think Bailout is 5 and Trixie is 6.
Mod.
Avery plays another Bailout. Discarding Ember.
Okay.
Did you do the... Oh yeah, you had FOF. Never mind.
Yep.
Yeah, most of the cards in here I got. It was the guys.
Okay, Cheese loses to Nightmare Moon. And Mod won't be ready next turn, so this Nightmare Moon's staying for now.
And I pulled a Nightmare Moon out of it.
Seems good.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Troublemaker that Avery played is Nightmare Moon as well. We'll see. That's a mullet.
I can't do that.
Why not?
That's a bad idea.
Oh. I thought you meant like you physically cannot do it.
Plays the Troublemaker. Wait, can he actually play Troublemakers for free with the Underbolt Stadium?
This resolves before I flip, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. Okay, that's Nightmare Moon of Ivory.
Yeah, I've seen her play.
Unfortunately, Cheese loses his Applejack's Epiphany, so he can't ready Mod next turn during a face-off.
And I will challenge 7 on 7.
Right. Just
And seems like Cheese is winning for now. Gotta Go Fast is only 4, if I remember correctly.
yeah,
And Pony of Shadows is 7. And yep, Ivory loses.
Done correctly this time.
He moves his mod with Vermin Barricade, according to the rules.
Well, just to make it even more annoying.
Yep. My turn.
Not yet. I have 6 actions.
My turn.
I have 6 actions.
My turn.
Fortunately, this doesn't care too much about
That's probably correct.
I see a Rescue Party in his hand. He might just play Rescue Party at Other Nightmare Moon and try to challenge it next turn. Because Cheese is not going to be able to.
These cards are banished face up.
Oh.
Okay.
He plays Rescue Party at Nightmare Moon instead. At the other one.
Gain.
It's still exhausted, I think.
It's still exhausted.
Yeah.
I mean, I see what he's going for, but I would personally play her at the other Nightmare Moon to just attempt to deny Cheese some points.
We have 2 to
And you have Vermin's Barricade to move stuff back anyway.
unless you want to do an immediate.
But I see Bailout on Cheese's hand, so maybe that's what Ivory plays around.
I'll bail out. Discarding that and then discarding 2 cards.
Okay.
Okay, so he plays Bailout
Challenge.
before Nightmare Moons discard his cards to make sure he doesn't lose it.
What I'm gonna pay for it. Play a card.
Seems good.
And he plays Rescue Party of his own.
No, I'm gonna pay 3 to draw a card. 3.
Stuff is
Play a
hard.
card.
Hard things.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the thing. Right now he has exhausted more than one Rescue Party anyway. So if he did play Rescue Party the other problem, he would win against Nightmare Moon probably. And deny Cheese farming her next turn.
I'll challenge.
And if he loses, he loses.
This deck is supposed to work, but that's what it's gonna
I
give
think
you.
you're fine.
Yep, I think he wins this one.
13.
I think you're up by 2.
I guess my entire plan fails if Cheese had an immediate to ready mod and farm Nightmare Moon of his own. And then Rescue Party wouldn't be very useful.
I'll confront for 1.
Confronts for one.
5 AT banks.
Challenge. Will I kill it?
Pretty sure you got it.
Okay, he wins against Nightmare Moon. He's still quite behind on points though. Big Cheese is. He could do a double face-off now if he really wanted to. I believe he has Mold in his hand. Oh no, he discarded that, never mind. Okay, plays Flash Magnus Shield.
You have a wonderful save.
I'll remember it one of these days.
I'm reminding you because I feel bad
Squareface.
about doing the thing.
Double confront.
Sure.
We both flip 2. Cool, I win the face off. Doesn't matter what you flip.
Okay, he goes for a double face-off and almost catches up on points.
Nice.
Ooh, that's a really good problem to flip right now.
Stronger.
Rescue Party in a farming deck might be stronger because it flips you 2 cards, and farming decks have quite a bit of average flip. But Mod has a stick, so I guess they run the same. Another Nightmare Moon. Ah, that basically draws cheese to additional cards. And I see a Roller Trixie.
Ready officially now.
We have
I see Avery has another bailout in his hand. Which is a very fortunate draw.
Are you drawing cards?
Yes.
You're at 12 and I'm at 15.
I spend more to draw though.
Yep. And you aren't very good.
That is true.
So Avery can't win this turn. But so can't Cheese next turn because of the fact that Ivory has a lot of AT and bailout in his hand. He probably have enough to stop Cheese from winning next turn. Oh, even if Ivory didn't have an opportunity to stop Cheese, Cheese wouldn't win next turn anyway, because there's not enough points on board for him. Don't think he has any immediate moves. He might have gotta go fast in his new hand though. But I think that only works during face-offs, so yeah. Okay, that's another rescue party. And one winged warrior. I believe that card is pretty simple in its text. It can't be frightened and has competitive too, and I think that's it.
Score phase.
Oh, it's competitive free.
Face off.
Nope.
How's there not? Oh, nice. That's okay.
Oh, Ivory was going for a single face-off, but
Pass turn.
Cheese doesn't confront the problem because he doesn't have blue.
You didn't confront last turn, did you?
Nope.
Okay, just making sure you didn't give yourself a blue.
Nope, he didn't, Ivory.
I don't think I did.
680.
Did I say anything?
Nope, I didn't.
No, I don't think I did. Draw a card for two. Random discard. 4 cards.
Top one is 1. Last card.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay, let's have face off.
bailout.
Now let's have face off.
Oh, it's only 1 point. Bailout. I might play it barrel through instead. But I think bailout makes more sense here. Or that works too.
Sure.
I don't think Cheese has a response to that.
That's fine.
So I believe until Cheese, like if Cheese doesn't try to draw something, Ivory probably wins next turn. He also has 13 points because he confronted once, and I forgot to add that. Okay, that's a good card to draw. It's not enough though, because Cheese needs to stop Ivory from winning against both Pony of Shadows and Nightmare Moon. Because if Ivory defeats Pony of Shadows, that's 1 point, and then he confronts the problem, and that's a 2nd point.
I pass turn?
And seems like he just passes. I'm pretty sure Ivory wins here because he has barrel through. He can just fight one of shadows first, let Cheese stop him, and then fight Nightmare Moon.
One. First one.
Never mind, that's barrel through gone.
Challenge Nightmare Moon. Responses.
Kill that.
Pretty sure Ivory still wins against
Yeah, it doesn't actually matter. Whatever.
Pony of Shadows.
Hold on. So that puts. What did you flip?
I wonder if they ran Catajack.
You're down by 4.
Getting Catajack out of Pony of Shadows would be pretty hilarious.
I'll lose the face off.
Doesn't stop Ivory from confronting though.
And then I'll challenge Pony of Shadows.
So I'm not sure if Cheese can really do anything here.
Okay. So, kill it. That's cool.
And that's the friend he gets.
It doesn't actually matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You have no AT? If you have no AT, I'm pretty sure I just confront here and win.
Correct.
Do you want to just call it
Okay,
that?
so Ivory takes this game.
Go to Scorpius. Do it.
Scoreface confront.
Okay.
15.
Yeah.
Do you feel like me doing that thing illegally caused me to win, or
No, you ended up losing that face-off, and I didn't use any resources to stop you.
Yeah, that didn't matter. Like, the only thing that changed in the game is that he didn't have a card under his dormant barricade.
To take some actions based on that, like it could have done something, but
And they flipped the card,
Yeah,
and that's
Farming
pretty much it.
Barricade was the right choice because this was my problem.
you're
I had trading traditions up.
next.
No, that was what was currently up. So if you had hit FOF, it wouldn't have actually done anything.
Oh, I didn't even know you had that up.
So,
Okay.
oh, my bad.
Yeah, you didn't name a color, Ivory.
How did you flip?
What do you mean? You did a DFO.
No, how did you?
I won.
Oh, I
You
did
DFO.
do a DFO, didn't I?
You did, in fact. Remember when you were like, "Oh, you don't those troublemakers, you don't get to face them."
Yeah. This game's complicated.
Devil Babby rides again.
This game is kind of complicated.
Future opponents are not going to be nice like me. Remember your Wonderbolt stadiums.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were really nice.
Well, I made
I never play with that
I
card
made
because
an
blue
illegal
orange
play,
is
so
so
I had
rare.
to make up for it.
You used to have an insane amount of
At the very beginning of the game, I used Farming
Why?
Barricades card to my character.
Yeah, but that's different. It's not when you go to play a card you use it. It's just start of turn.
So,
Guess I need some AT. Bam. Oh look, I have double the AT gain you have.
use any resources to stop me from losing.
Yeah, that is exactly why I play purple.
I still felt bad.
Well,
1 minute warning.
okay, more like one of the reasons I play purple. Okay, let's see who we get next. So far we have mirror match farming versus farming. And surprisingly, farming won. I didn't see that coming. I believe there's still some time for the next round, so could be a little while. And for everyone who just joined the stream, there are 28 people on this tournament, and there are going to be 3 rounds. Usually with 30 people you do way more than 3 rounds. I think you do 6. Not sure. It is specified in the tournament floor rules. But they're forcing 3 because time constraints are fun. I also hope I'm not too loud. As I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I had to reset up everything since the last time, so I might have some sound levels off.
No, I'll do it. You're insane. I have no guys that can pilot that thing to success.
It's not as bad as a loss, but it's not as good as a win.
Is that usually the correct numbers?
Oh, after you press off, like you never grab off.
It all maybe it's way for some water. Saying that this game's easy to find new We're having a Q&A after this. Submit that question. Yeah, let's go. Will the game continue on Street Fighter?
I submit my question. Is there going to be Trixie in the Set 11? I actually have an agent right there on the con who asked the question for me. But I guess they will know immediately who's behind the question as soon as they see it. But technically it wasn't asked for me. Because I'm not there, I'm here. Poor GP has to yell so hard.
I announced the prize again before the tournament starts. Hey, Hipdrock, it turns out we're doing 4 rounds for some reason.
Okay, it turns out we're doing 4 rounds for some reason. Which is fine. 4 rounds is usually what you do when you have 8 players to 10, I believe. Okay, we're getting around 2 pairings.
Hey, table 1 is Godot. Never mind. Carrie Lee versus David H.
Oh boy!
Table 2 is Anaboy versus Camden Moon Meeham.
Okay, seems like we're going to have Carol Lee versus someone
Firecat versus Godot.
on stream.
Table 4, Grand Pause versus Fallen Eagle.
Who's my opponent?
Table 5 is Kevin versus Japper.
Your stuff is all of this.
Table 6,
All yours?
Yeah, it's mine. Well, this is Cheese's. Everything else is mine.
Starlight. Table 7, Max.
Hey, Trixie Plush. That's appreciated a lot.
Put it that close to the camera, it won't focus.
Very much appreciated. No, he took it away. It's okay, we got to see some Trixie.
I guess I'm gonna run off for an hour since you guys are taking longer.
Okay, and we're back to the best playmat. Not for long, it seems, though. Oh well. A couple of seconds is fine, too.
Ping me if someone drops, but otherwise I'll be back in like an hour.
I can't see any of those cards. Well, I see one of them is Twilight Sleeve. Oh no, they shook the camera again.
Playmat was actually underneath by your foot.
Are you copying it up? It's the second round out of 4. Second round out of 4? Yeah. Is that a free? We thought it was going to be 3, but then it turned out our slot here is 3 hours instead of 2. So I got an extension. So we got an extension. Okay, gotcha. Yesterday.
How you doing?
Pretty good, you?
Good.
Hello.
Okay guys, present your badges. Well, I see Carrie Lee's badge. But that's it. Okay, thank you, Carrie Lee.
I think the commentators want like you to display your name badge if possible to the screen so they can see who's playing.
Yeah, do that. Would be much appreciated. Don't think I could see name of that on that, so. Oh well. I guess he will be now known as the player on the right. That's not a regular badge though.
Bad, you? Good, good.
Can you see my scorecard from there, or is the computer in the way?
I think they would rather you put it on the table.
I just didn't want it to be in the way. So
It's all good, don't worry
That's
about
why I was asking.
Okay, so Carrie Lee has vinyl for the main, which is not an unusual main to see in Harmony. It's one of the most used mains for Harmony, I believe. Has been used in control decks, it has been used in combo decks. I think it has been used in aggro decks as well. Pretty sure it wasn't used in any farming decks, but... And on the other side we have Octavia. So, if quick reminder, vinyl flips when you draw your third card on the turn. And on the other side, she has a main phase ability, exhaust this card to draw a card. And her second ability is at the start of the score phase. If she is in the same area as 2 other characters, well, friends, she can ready which is unexhausting basically.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And Octavia, she flips when she confronts.
Okay, so and roll for.
And on the other side,
Or do you have something else?
whenever a friend enters play at a problem, any friend, including your opponent's friend, you may give a character there +2 power. Which is pretty good, especially with some colors like yellow, where you can get a lot of critters into play, or pink, with their opponents. Pink has access to Ravers, for example, which whenever you play a friend, put a token copy of the nerf pony at each problem. So that's basically +3 power at each problem, as long as you have a character there. Pretty neat main. Okay, seems like player on the right plays Octavia yellow.
Okay, good. Yep.
I'll keep the hand.
I'll pass it through.
Yeah, Nightmare Moon friend, which is Deep Darkness, I believe she's called. Doesn't let you draw more than... If you have more than some cards in your hand, you can draw, I think. More than 2. I don't remember her exact text, but yeah, she's good.
Forgot to mention what color I was.
Another good option against DJ main, if you're playing Tempest, you can have Double Diamond in your deck. And Double Diamond says that you can draw cards during your main phase if you have more than 4 cards in your hand. So that prevents Vinyl from flipping for a while. And Double Diamond has 6 power and 0 points, so pretty good troublemaker to start with against Vinyl. So Carolee draws more cards and flips Vinyl right off the bat, as people playing Vinyl usually do. Also, yeah, Vinyl, when you flip her, she shuffles your deck. I don't know why. I've never seen a game that this was relevant, but she does for some reason. Okay, so I believe Carolee is playing the Poppy deck, judging from the Flurry Heart there, and I see Poppy in his hand as well, so yeah. The Poppy deck has been quite a good deck for a while. It appeared at Everfree Northwest, I believe? No, at Babs. It must be at Babs. And basically the idea of it is to be pink-blue aggro deck and use Poppy as some point acceleration, but Poppy is not actually necessary for this deck. The deck functions pretty well without her. It's just an additional tool to score points.
2, 3, and 4.
Since when is your home?
Your home is a valid location.
That's new to me.
Yeah, that's how Poppy works. Oh, not Poppy, Flurry Heart.
This is a random area, so an area would be your home, my home, and any problems. Okay. It just happens so that if you get sent to my home, it doesn't go anywhere.
Okay.
So 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, and 4. Okay. 4, so it doesn't go anywhere. Okay.
Yep.
And it's only for the first move every turn.
Right.
Flurry Heart is pretty good at denying your opponent to do stuff. I wouldn't go as far as saying this, that Flurry Heart is a pretty good control tool. But she's a double-edged sword. Though Poppy's deck is kinda built specifically to be okay with Flurry Heart in play. Like it has Pottymares, which move at the start of the turn, which more often than not disables Flurry Heart ability, because Flurry Heart only works on the first turn, on the first move per turn. And here's the Pottymare. And another one.
Okay, go to score phase. Yep, we'll score 1. Right, go ahead.
Okay, he scores 1. So the reason he played Patimir at home is because Patimir moves to a random problem, but she can randomly move to the same problem she's at, so she won't move in the end.
I will
So playing her at home guarantees that she will move somewhere.
and give Octavia +2.
Sure.
Let's get the number 2 on it. So. And then I
Okay,
will
that's a white card Aloe.
score points and flip Octavia.
My turn.
He confronts and flips Octavia.
Exhausted and draw a card.
Okay, so start my turn.
Yep.
Party mirror. Just try to move to a random problem. This one's odd and this one's even.
Well, doesn't Flurry Heart's ability apply to that and do the same
Once
thing?
it starts to try to move. So I rolled a 3, which is odd, so it doesn't go anywhere.
Okay.
Now this one will try to move somewhere.
Okay.
Wait, I got you back.
Yes. So it tries to go this way, but then Flurry Heart
And now
will
Flurry
kick
Heart
it.
fires. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
So
I'm tracking.
it's okay.
Yeah, this deck is quite a brain teaser. You have to
So 1.
know how things work.
So now I can draw for turn.
Okay.
So none of the Patimirs moved.
So what are these two both?
So this one's my score and this is my
Oh, that's
AG,
your
because the
score.
score of this one goes up to 20.
I think I see 2 beats in his hand. If he really wanted, he could play Sipovi.
I'll draw a card.
That's a Chrysalis.
Play this party card.
Oh my god, that's another Patimir. Patimir can get out of hand. Patimirs can get out of hand pretty quickly if you don't have removal
I need to discard 1.
or any way to deal with her.
Fire Friendship coming into play.
And white yellow isn't really known for its removal.
This one is
It can bounce, sure, but that's not the permanent way to deal with the card.
You're up to 2, which means that I am taking 3 action tokens.
that's right.
And a card. I will spend 3 to play Animal Allies.
Sure.
And then I will just confront for a point in best turn.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, he just
Alright.
confronts for a point and passes.
So let's have this party mirror try something first.
Alrighty.
Oh, he played not sure what that card is called.
So Flurry Heart will try and move
I think it has +1 power for each other character at the problem, or something like that.
2. Goes there anyways.
Alright. Success.
Okay, now this
Okay, the first Patimir moves. The second one moves.
and I have 1 more.
Oh, because the Flurry Heart doesn't fire anymore. 'cause it's
No,
only
so
the
this, after the first one, yeah.
first one. Okay.
Well then.
Okay, I'm gonna try to confront.
Good rolls.
Not sure if it's what I exactly wanted, but I guess I'll deal with it.
May not be what you wanted, but it's what happened.
It's what happened. My turn. I'll draw.
So what happened is what you usually say playing this deck.
I'll draw another card.
Okay, so your Fire of Friendship is discounting blue?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a Nightmare Moon.
Wait, lead pony badge.
Neat pony badge. I haven't seen that in a while. Let me just say that real quick. Okay.
Lead Pony Badge. And Sipovi.
Good lord. Alright.
Okay, I'll go to Scarface.
Okay.
I'll confront this one.
Yep.
And this one.
Yep.
Okay, double face-off?
I would probably exhaust Leaf Pony badge to ready Vinyl
2, 4, 6,
and draw an
7,
additional
11,
card,
14.
since he's not going to use it this turn anyway for anything else.
What did you flip, sorry? Okay, thank you.
Okay, he just won a double face-off,
My turn.
which gets him up to 4, I believe.
Yeah, banish your friend. I need to dismiss him soon.
You do have to go to home
Oh, I
line.
gave you an 18. I gave 1.2. Thank you.
Gets rid of Familiar Heart. Which is interesting because one of the main things with Octavia is that you usually want to have friends already at the problem
You're at 5
for her to be efficient.
until 6, right? So I take 3 and
So having Flurry Heart there kind of denies moving something to a problem before playing something there. And if he chooses, if he guesses correctly, he could even exhaust Poppy this turn. But I guess Party Mares are more valuable against white-yellow. Since there isn't really much that white-yellow can do about those, I believe. I mean, there are some tools in white to deal with friends, like UO. But I don't think an aggro deck is going to run those.
And discard Singing Barrel for hand limits.
So right now, the player on the left has Friends Always There in his hand. And what he might do is he might
so I will
dismiss Fire of Friendship to deny some blue.
I will spend 2 to move Octavia. Sure.
Okay, he moves Octavia.
Spend
Makes
2.
sense.
Plenty of friends are always there. Sure.
Plays all Friends Always There to get critters. Not to dismiss a resource.
Octavia ability. Octavia ability. Octavia ability. Sure.
So now each of the critters has free power except the one at unreasonable demands.
And then
He still needs one more power to confront the second problem though.
Breezy rarity. Sure. Octavia ability.
Oh, Breezy Rarity.
So
That's
I will
pretty good.
confront And confront. And
You flipped Aloe?
I feel Dallow, yes.
Sure, no problem.
And then I will be victorious, so I will take a point for a bonus, and a point for Breezy Rarity, and I will banish that guy.
Okay, banishes Sea Poppy.
And Barbada comes home.
Oh, that's a 2 bonus problem, and I don't think Carolee will have troubles confronting that with all the party mare running around.
I'll pay 2 pushes to move the main 6 here.
Good.
And then it gets a power count.
Yes. Okay, so let's do these. Body.
Then remove it to put the color purple. Okay. So I can play this. Let's see here. Okay. Then
Okay. I believe he would prefer the other
How many cards do you have?
party mare at Anxious Animals, but
6, 7.
that's what happened.
Oh, John. I'll use DJ20 to draw a card.
and then this is my point.
This is your what?
Point.
Oh, okay.
I score points. Your turn.
Okay. Ready cards. 3 T. Draw for turn.
Got a little counter on my animal allies to indicate their power.
Nice. How big is it right now?
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How many cards do you have?
Going to challenge
7.
the troublemaker. 5 plus 2.
3.
So you win that.
Oh, I hear Anamoy.
Snails home.
Anamoy, if you're watching this, hello.
I'll use Lead 20 Badge and Fire of Friendship to untap.
Watching this in the recording later, that is. So So he exhausts Elite Pony Badge and Fire Friendship to draw an additional card of Final. Which makes sense. So for 4 AT he can do... No, he can't. Never mind. Because he exhausted Final. Well, that's a Flurry Heart.
Belly flap, Soprano, Andrew Zakora.
I wonder if he doesn't want to do a double face off here.
Gives me 2 unicorn tokens.
I wonder why. He could have played Flurry Heart the other problem and just do a double face off, but he chooses not to. Pretty much all of the troublemakers in the Poppy deck are villains, except Yellow Parasprite. So it's quite reasonable to expect a villain there.
And I will Scarface.
Not a villain there, I mean.
On that one, go ahead. I need to discard a card. I have too many.
Because I don't think he would want a villain there. Because he doesn't know where Patimares are going to end up. With Flurry Heart and the rest of the Patimares, they might all end up at the problem with the Troublemaker. But maybe he's just taking the risk.
So I'm sorry, I actually confronted last turn because of the bodyguards. Still the same 18.
Don't think you can double confront here with 480 unless you have Industrial Revolution, and even Industrial Revolution wouldn't be enough, would it? I guess something like Industrial Revolution and Rise and Shine, or whatever that event is called, with for 180 gives you 2 critters.
Okay, I will.
Defend the Hive would help as well, but there's Flurry Heart though. Flurry Heart is quite annoying in a scenario like this.
My friends are always there. Sure.
Okay, now the friend's always there. That helps quite a bit because that lets him do a double face off right now.
Ability. Yep.
Because he's now confronting anxious animals, and when you confront anxious animals you get a critter. He can put the critter at the other problem, give +2 power to the other critter, and confront that as well. He needs something else there though.
Breezy Fluttershy. Sure.
Yeah, Breezy Fluttershy works.
And Octavia ability. Yep. And then I will go ahead and move to confront. Sure.
With Octavia, Breezy Fluttershy is 0 AT to power.
Put a critter token amount of tokens. Sure. Into play here, which ability. Sure. And that's now enough to confront there. Sure. So double face off.
4, 7, 10, 13,
Actually,
16.
uses me to face off, but 1, 2,
Oh, he flips a 0, very unfortunate.
9, 10, 11.
I have
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, that was a bad flip. Oh well.
That's okay.
Yeah, he loses 2 points, which is pretty bad.
Castle of Friendship. Exhaust Regency.
Oh, same thing.
And the same thing all over again. All right. And that's that. Fine. Good.
Okay, so start of my turn. Party mare.
Try to confront here.
Okay, so flurry heart trigger.
Yes, to use still
1, 2, 3, 4.
He could have not rolled that because it's guaranteed that Party Mare would try to move this time because they're all at home.
Boys over there.
Oh, is that another actions animals? I kinda missed that if they replaced that problem.
There you go. Spike. So the Applejack here.
Did you play a card to flip Spike, or did you move it?
Okay, this yellow power sprite, not a villain.
Main phase, draw
Okay,
card.
that's the fifth one. Okay.
How many actions?
I will use the pony badge to untap.
Yes.
Give you pony.
It's all
Draw another card.
Okay.
Oh, when you spent that.
Oh,
for-
sorry, I should be at 518.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I didn't gain my ET.
Sorry.
Your turn.
Okay.
Pony badge.
He's scarily at 8 points. Can't quite see what he has on the die.
Tap these to untap the pony. I'll draw another card.
Maybe I missed one of his confronts somewhere.
I feel like drawing cards or something. I don't know.
I want to be drawing cards. Drawing cards is nice, generally.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure his counter is at 8, so I'll bring him up to 8 on the screen as well.
Another Castle of Friendship. Sauce for ET.
I'll get a smart face.
Okay.
Score 1.
Take a point and go on.
And then I have to discard 3 cards.
Alright.
Okay, he confronts up to 9. It makes sense to not go for double here, because yellow pair sprite is pretty good. And the problem with Octavia decks is that they're not very good at dealing with troublemakers,
I will take.
because they usually run low cost, low power friends, which let you get buffs from Octavia. But during troublemaker phase you can't really play any friends unless they're hasty or you have some immediate event.
How many cards do you have?
Draw a card.
How many cards do you
Just do
have?
the old-fashioned net damage way.
3, right?
Yes, still 3.
Okay, that's Industrial Revolution gone, which is very unfortunate.
See here.
He might have another dilemma. Yeah, he has another one. He might just go for it, but Kerry Lee might have a response. He hasn't used a single piece of removal yet. And I'm pretty sure his deck runs 3 belly flops at least.
Hey, Judge, can I ask you a quick question?
Judge! Judge!
I bet that's a question about Flurry Heart.
Hey, Judge. If I use that ability, and that puts me below the threshold, am I no longer validly confronting, or am I already successfully confronted?
You have to have already done that in order for that to trigger.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Fine, good.
Okay, I believe he asked about Industrial Revolution.
Yes. And also,
Because Industrial Revolution puts a creator at each problem,
well, it says May.
which can be really helpful with confronting the rest of the problems with Octavia. Because each creator is basically free power. with Octavia, so you could confront Industrial Revolution, then get enough power at the other problems to confront them as well. The Flurry Heart is still there though. So if he tries to move something, it might not move at all. Or move somewhere else. Basically, if he tries to move something now, there's 25% chance that it will move where he wants it to be, which is lacking investment plans. And if he moves it after he plays a dilemma, there's 2 out of 5 chance, which is 40%, I believe, which is a little bit better than 25, but still quite low.
Mildly disappointing that I have to do it that way, but it's fine. I'll just deal with it with my life. Wait a minute.
I see a Furball. That's a great card.
No, I do have to do it that way. Fine.
Still your turn?
Yes, sure.
Okay, a dilemma.
Spend 2 to move.
No, there's Flurry Heart.
How big is that?
That's
Flurry Heart, don't forget about Flurry Heart.
but then I will spend 2 to play a Furball.
Okay.
And Octavia abilities fire.
Sure.
I'm going to banish the cards in my
And
hand.
Animal Allies thus
Retire it
become
to take control of Applejack. Oh my god.
Okay, I notified the judge about move.
And then I will go ahead and
Applejack and your main 6.
move to confront Industrial
I have a
Revolution.
belly flop.
I'm sorry?
I have a belly flop. So I will retire one of my friends to retire animal 2 and dismiss animal allies.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good card. It's worth playing. And then I will, I've already moved to score phase. So
Oh well, he belly flopped the card that was illegally moved, so whatever.
we will face off. And I will lose that
Set
face
8,
off.
11. What did you put?
1. So
My
you will
bad.
get a point as well. That's disappointing, but it's fine.
It's fine.
We're all fine here. Try.
Okay, they still had a single problem face off. I'm not sure if he lost it though. I think he did, yeah.
Party mirror. So now there are 3 problems.
Yes, there are.
2, 4, 6. Actually, that doesn't matter because I have to do flurry mirror. Now there are 5 different choices.
Roll a d20. Or d10.
2, 4, 6, 8, 0. Okay.
Try to confront here.
Didn't go anywhere. Okay. This one.
And
2, 4,
pass
6.
you at 418 now.
3 guys. 3 actions, right? 4.
Yes.
And draw a card.
Draw for turn. I will draw a card.
Okay, draws a card. Something tells me that he will draw even more cards.
How many cards do you have?
4.
A little funny story about Elite Pony Badge. Elite Pony Badge says that you exhaust a card. So, the text of Elite Pony Badge is basically main phase, exhaust this card, and one of your other cards to ready a character, which means you can exhaust even Troublemakers if you really wanted to. But back in the day, you could also exhaust problems, which is quite hilarious. Because it's like it's not something that you would usually think to exhaust. But Lead Pony Badge could do that until some point. And they fixed it in the rules, so it now says that you can't exhaust problems. Which is very unfortunate. I really like this, like, weird interactions like that. Exhausting problems. Sounds fun. But hey, right now, with the current rules, you could get a problem into your discard pile if you really wanted to. which is also fun, which means you can have a problem in your deck or your hand. Imagine flipping a problem and it's actually illegal. A legal move, not illegal.
Okay.
Oh, that's another C-Poppy. And some random moves to top it off.
So I'll pick 3 characters, random problems. I'll pick 1, 2, and 3. Okay. I'll choose this one first. I need a d6. So 2, 4, and 6.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess this one every time.
Okay.
I'll score a point.
Okay, he scores a point from C-Popping.
This one. Yep. Over here. And this one.
He might use lead pony badge to ready C-Poppy and score another point, but I don't think that will be necessary because I think what Ski is going to do is to ready his Wino and just go for a double.
Lead pony badge.
He'll probably exhaust Parasprite here. Why not exhaust Parasprite? Oh, he ready C-Poppy. Okay.
Okay. I'll confront this one.
Alright.
I'm at 12. Go ahead.
I'm not sure why he didn't go for double here.
Oh, I forgot to score. Going off of black. Yeah, okay.
He could have.
It's okay.
No, you have to roll a dice for it.
Don't worry about it. No, that's sorry. That was we had a face off here. I'm dumb. Don't listen to me.
I have to do it too.
Okay, let's hope they won't forget about Flurry Heart this time.
My starting block should have been the infiltrating the hive, I think.
I don't really think there's a way out here for player on the right. Blackmail is quite high to confront. And even if he does a double face-off right now, Lee can just do a double face-off himself next turn and win the game. Also, I'm not sure if they forgot Parasprite. I kinda missed that. I think they did. Don't remember them discarding anything. And there's C-Poppy too.
Okay. I will.
So, did you drop your turn yet?
Okay, he remembered about Parasprite.
You have to do the yellow pair spray.
All right.
So, how many cards? So, I have a C-Poppy out, so I actually have to roll for this one.
Okay. I have 5 cards.
5? Okay, so just span them out there. We did. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 0.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna guess the middle one.
Okay.
6. So that's the middle one.
Okay.
Oh, that was lucky.
The 13.
Gross.
It is gross.
So you win that. So
He's up to 13.
Flip a card. Okay. This is the card I'm right?
I think if you could, you still do a double face-off here. I don't think that will really stop Carolee from winning. But there's a chance that he won't be able to confront next problems.
Anymore, but I'll just see what
Like the problems that come up, so... Like this blackmail, there's no way he can confront this blackmail. So he does a double face-off right now and
I will.
another blackmail comes up. It's unlikely that Carolee will be able to confront them both.
I will retire Fluttershy and put Furball back in my hand.
Sure.
There's still C-Pop in play though, which means Carolee may just score points of that. And in the beginning of the game, the turn, there will be a lot of random things going on. There are 3 Patimares that are going to move and the Flurry Heart. But I still think if you could do a double face off here, you just do it. Just for a chance that Curly won't score points or and be unlucky. Because otherwise he just confronts two problems and wins.
Spend two to play verbal.
Okay, the time was called. He plays Furball, now he confronts Industrial Revolution. If he plays Frenzel is there to blackmail, that just confronts it, almost confronts it, but he'll get critters from Industrial Revolution. Okay, so each critter will have free power. Still needs one more powered blackmail.
So I will go ahead and wait a minute. Since time has been called, it ends after my turn because you went first, right? You don't get another turn.
Oh, the time might be actually really relevant here.
Then I will go ahead and
because he will score 4 points and they will tie. If he wins the face off, that is. If he didn't discard Kratos, he would probably even win this game.
One ability, Octavia ability, and rarity ability. Sure. And I will move to confront that problem. Hold on. I'm holding on.
If Carolee has a belly flop in his hand, that won't be enough to stop confronting Industrial Revolution. But it still will be enough to stop confronting Blackmail.
Industrial Revolution.
That's the only problem he can confront right now, anyway.
So I will take a point.
Okay.
I will put critters into play.
I don't think you did anything last. No, you played the mod last turn.
And
yeah, I'm pretty sure Carolee responds here with a belly flop or something, and that's the win for him.
Nothing happens there. And then I will confront.
I will belly flop that one critter.
Belly flop that one critter.
So I think what he should probably have done, I'm not sure if that would change much, but if he played Rarity at Blackmail, he would put he could put some power from Rarity's ability to Furball. And if Carolee belly flops Furball, Furball is persistent, and when it gets frightened, you get another critter. So if Carolee belly flops Furball, he gets another critter anyway. So I think playing Brevity at the other problem would have guaranteed him a double face-off, even with belly flop. And that would probably tie the game.
Yeah, I know that problem that showed up and hit my CP.
Either way, good game. So the thing is, this the Poppy deck was on the top of the lists for quite a while. As long as aggro decks are concerned, anyway. And this Octavia deck actually stood up to it pretty well.
That's my party piece.
Yes. I was just
getting to score one of those off a dilemma is truly a delight.
Yeah. I was fortunate that on the last turn when I drew like the 2 cards, I got C.
Anyways, I'm going to take a really quick break while we're waiting for the next round.
End of your turn?
Deck luck a little bit.
So you got 2 points. And that's the time limit.
That was a really good game.
Yeah. Wish I'd had a way to keep you from belly flopping me out of confronting that other problem too. Then it would have been a tie.
Those were 2 lifesavers.
Yep. Maybe I should find something to cut and just put Kiwi? Put Octavia in there.
Oh yeah, like with the Harsh Judge?
Yeah.
Yeah. I play with that one a lot. I find that the problem is if you don't know what deck you're expecting to play against, then it's really hard.
Yeah, but
You can start to make like reasonable assumptions.
uh,
So like for example, if I'm
like
playing
for
pink,
example, you're playing pink, so you probably have belly flop.
that's right. So yeah, it's always a nice consideration.
Yeah. It really requires you to know the meta, which I can't say I do
Yeah.
because I thought this game was dead. I'm
might-
frankly astonished that they're even talking about a set 11.
Yeah,
I
we
thought
are.
this was dead 2 years ago because Interplay aren't good at their jobs. But
Well, when they took over, then things kind of changed a little bit. You might also want to think about Pee-wee.
I like Pee-wee, but because of the fact that she's a 1-reg, I don't have her in the deck.
But you have
because-
trading traditions. You have trading traditions.
Yeah, but after trading traditions, I've had too many instances that people use their murder to get my yellows off the field, and then I have a real hard time playing anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
Table 1, Max and Grandpa's. Table 2, Carrie Lee and Ivory Starlight. Table
Thank you.
3 is Artat and David H. Table 4.
Alright, I'm back from my little break, and I missed the pairings. Oh well. I hope people will present themselves.
I'm stuck here at table 3, so managing that.
Ready for this?
No.
Oh, it's Grandpa's. He better use my die. And it's very unfortunate that he doesn't play white. And from what we've heard, that he plays.
Feathers ever plans on doing Aqua in the same
plays
style.
Mon?
Someone would have to pay her.
Okay, it's Max, it seems.
How much would she want?
The playmat that's.
I think I hear Ivory though, so it might be Max against Ivory. I'm not sure.
So that place has probably.
Oh, it is Grandpa's. It's just Ivory hanging around. Hello, Grandpa's. He better use my die. He will use my die. He promised.
Just yell Aloe is colorless and Trixie is bad, and that'll suffice.
I mean, I only disagree with one of those.
Guys, you don't understand. Yes, yes, this is the die.
This costs $225. This will probably cost way more nowadays.
Is that Feathers' price or the
Thank you.
the playmat place's price?
The playmat, it's 8 playmats. That playmat is like.
You guys don't understand. Just yelling words is not enough. You have to do some actions. So, for those who are unaware what happened and what is this die I'm talking about, so there has been like this argument for a while about whether Aloe is colorless or is she white. It started when there was a mono yellow deck, which included Aloe in it, and some people are saying that the deck is not mono yellow anymore, it's yellow white. To which Grandpa said that Aloe is colorless. He hasn't encountered a situation where the color of Aloe would ever matter. So that's why she is colorless. And I disagree with that. I agree that the deck is mono yellow, but I disagree that Aloe is colorless. So, a while ago at some con, I think it was BabsCon, he made like this picture, Aloe is colorless, changed my mind. And as an answer to that, I made a picture at Galacon with a shirt on me, which says Aloe is white. You can find that image on Reddit. It has another meme on it, but I won't get into detail. And in addition to that, I made a die with all 6 colors of the game, including white. And all 6 colors are just like, all 6 sides of the die are just colored regularly. But the white side has Aloe picture in it. And I gave it over to Fizz so he can gift it to Grandpa's.
With one exception. But he drops around.
Is that exception me?
No, that exception is not you.
Who they came back
He then came back and played in the Harmony tournament anyway.
It's quite a crudely made die though, because I made it like one
Well,
on the day I had flight to Galacon, so the deadline was quite rushed, but it's okay for a meme.
I know. I don't have anything else. I refuse refuse to use the change-in tokens.
Why?
Because I want to be...
You have the traitor to the hive on them.
Is that Thorax?
Yes.
Yes.
How much would we need to pull together?
Too bad I didn't see Grandpa's live reaction to the die, because I'm not there, I'm here.
A bunch of change new tokens without Hegel Thorax.
But Fizzban said to me that it was great.
We'll get kicked out of Sim.
No, we won't.
Yes, we will. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
If we get Hegel Thorax tokens made and we only use them against you.
Not get those printed because
Yo, that sounds disgusting.
Okay, so back from the memes to the game. We have mod against Fluttershy Nurturing Nature. So seems like aggro against farming.
We are rolling for first is what we're doing here. High roll?
Sure.
Alright, high roll it is. That's not me. Yeah.
Min-win.
Good enough.
They're ultra pros. Is that a high roll? No.
Roll like 30
Okay, it seems like aggro is just sitting next on the next table.
That thing just bounced!
Okay, that's a hand without a single troublemaker, but it has ways to flip mod, I think. If I'm correct, that's Swarming Barricade, and that has one wreck.
It's a
How
tricky
many
decision.
players? 35 minutes. You made
Okay, he
it.
decides to mulligan it.
It's a
Which
tricky
makes sense,
decision.
doesn't have troublemakers.
Oh, sorry. Oh, well, whatever. If you're that surprised the King Sombra's in the mod deck, then I don't know what to say. Would you like to cut? Come on. There we go.
That's
Great.
Alright, gotta keep this one.
Yeah, you can't mulligan that one.
Calling where it is. Start us off, sir.
Let's do
Still
it.
has a Vermin Barricade though, so has a way to flip mod.
Pay 2.
And it seems like
It is a tank.
blue-yellow.
Card, and I will discard. Oh wow, no good choices.
Sanctuary Construction is pretty good against farming. Not only it is a dilemma, it also dismisses a troublemaker.
Discard staff.
Okay.
Pass
Ooh,
turn.
that's a stick.
Discarding staff.
Yeah, it's quite interesting to see someone discard the staff. Don't see that every day.
It's nurturing nature, right?
Yeah.
Let's play a varmint barricade.
Okay, that's a barricade. Is he gonna play a troublemaker?
Take two, go ahead.
He might play a troublemaker just,
Play
yeah.
a troublemaker.
And that's a Trixie.
What can you spend those to pump cards to do?
When I can move a character to move one of my characters to a problem with a face-up troublemaker.
Okay.
Okay.
Face up trouble.
Face-up troublemaker.
Okay.
It says troublemaker, but it doesn't say face down, so it has to be
Okay.
face-up.
I gotcha.
How's the turn?
No AT on your side?
No AT.
Okay, where's my dice? Gain 2.
Go for it.
Draw for turn.
Yes.
That's Fire Friendship, pretty good. Interesting that Grandpa's played Trixie at his problem, not at trading positions. It would make sense to play it at trading positions because tank is there.
Pay 1.
Yes.
2 bits.
2 bits is good.
Dismiss 2 bits.
2 bits is dismissed.
Pay 1 for Daybreaker.
Very nice.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Go to score face.
Score face is good.
Attempt.
You got it.
Score 1.
Yes.
Pass turn.
All right. 218. Let's draw.
Okay, that's our first point in the game.
It's Trixie.
Okay.
Yay, Trixie.
Locked.
Yep.
Spend 2. Discard a bailout. And a farm formare.
Okay.
To make a 2-power blue changeling token.
Blue.
Use the die. Thank you.
In my main phase, I have a friend and a resource. How convenient. Currently has +2. Pass the turn.
Dice. Game 2. Draw for a turn. Go to main phase.
Main phase is good.
So he might just play Sanctuary Construction right now just to deny Grandpa's farming Trixie.
She's actually at 7 power.
Oh wait, he can't. He doesn't have enough yellow. So yeah, I guess what you do here is just move Fluttershy.
That's a problem. That makes it less of a problem.
Oh, he could play Fire Friendship, naming yellow, and then play Sanctuary Construction.
Fire Friendship for yellow.
Yeah.
Fire Friendship for yellow it is.
Pay 1, Sanctuary Construction.
This one's Trixie?
Yeah.
Alright, you got it.
Space. Score phase.
You got it.
Attempt.
Sounds good.
Score 1 on it. Faster.
Alright. 318.
Okay, Max is up to 2 points. Someone is trying to gather everyone's attention in the background.
Let's go. Yep. Friend event resource. Or no resource.
I think in events like this, when you want to bring everyone's attention, you just bring a megaphone with you. Okay, that's Vulnerable Stadium, which is basically cover to cover as long as you play a card each turn.
Let's play a Troublemaker.
Okay, plays a Troublemaker.
Which costs me 1 and banishes a Rainbow Dash.
That Vulnerable Stadium doesn't banish things under it.
Okay, let's exhaust this. Play a Troublemaker.
Okay, plays the second Troublemaker.
All the friends.
This is pretty good because if Max doesn't do a double face-off, his friends will be frightened. And if he does do a double face-off, Grandpas can just move things back
I will confront.
in his next main phase for free with Vermin's Barricade.
Pass the turn.
Game 3.
Yes, indeed.
Draw for turn.
And that's if he can do a double face-off here even. Because Sanctuary Construction is 6 to confront.
Score phase.
Go to start score phase.
I'm going to attempt to confront here.
Let's see, that puts you up to 3 points?
Yes.
That's fine.
Score 1.
Yes.
Okay, he just
I'm
passes.
going to then pay 3 for a hasty dash mullet.
Oh, that works.
Moving Fluttershy. Moving Daybreaker.
Cool.
Attempt to confront.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Worth a trot.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Alright.
That's not frightened.
Ready. Draw.
I usually see people turning the card upside down for bailout, not turning it face down.
Oh, you paid 1 to play another.
You can just turn that one upside down. Bailout is just double exhausted, not
Oh,
cracked.
sorry.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright. Let's know what this is going. Let's challenge King Sombra.
What?
Sounds good.
Okay, it's 6 and 5.
7.
Alright, I get it.
Specified notice.
He wins against Sombra, puts him up to 3, I believe.
Confirm for 1.
Sombra is no longer there, Grandpas. There we go.
I shall exhaust Wonderbolt Stadium, spend 118, play Staff of Sikanis.
Okay.
Okay, that's a stick.
Let's use Staff of Sikanis. On Daybreaker, you are correct, sir.
Now she's free.
Now, she's
Yep. We can still resolve that. I'm assuming this is always even, this is always odd.
See, there's another Nightmare Moon in his hand and some other card I can't really see. I see that's an event, but not much else.
Let's move mine.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Great. Alright. I'm ready. I gain my T. I draw a card.
And
And start a troublemaker
there are
phase.
no other
Yes.
steps.
4 cards.
Alright. Got a D8? If not, we'll just roll for this.
And a D4.
Yeah, D4 is good. Perfect. 1, 4.
And Mod goes
4.
back down
Good hit.
Oh, he's a good one.
Okay, yeah.
Great. Continue
And
into
satisfactory
main
work.
Yes, main phase is good.
Don't think he can do a double confront this turn.
You see discard pile.
Yes or no? I'll sort it out for you here.
I just want to see these.
While he can do a double because of this turn, it's not guaranteed that Grandpa's will win against Nightmare Moon. He has a staff, I kinda missed that. Yeah, with staff I think he's pretty much guaranteed to win against Nightmare Moon.
No targets.
Because yellow-blue is not known for its high flips.
Score 1 and Fluttershy flips.
Yes, she does. We're now at 4 points, correct?
Yes.
Most excellent.
180.
Okay.
All right. Go up to 4.
Yeah, seems like GP is going to win against Nightmare Moon.
Draw. Random discards. 3 cards in hand. Give me a moment. I'm thinking. We're going to make that real easy, I think. And we're just going to bail out Fluttershy right now. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
The main.
And discard Double Barrel. To Nightmare.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Challenge. 9 versus 7. Yes. 3.
He is at 10.
Okay, Grandpa's wins. Up to 6, I believe.
Not confronting that problem. That is fine.
He has no cards in hand though, so can just confront one problem.
Staff of Sakonis on Plushy Dash, please.
6.
Another stick.
After the
Yeah, so you're in the middle.
I didn't know.
Sorry, I forgot to mention that, but they are in the
Okay.
That was my bad. I apologize.
spin 1, draw. We're on round 3.
There's one more round in the turn.
Score phase. Okay, confront for 1 point. Pass, gaining 4 AT a turn.
Lovely. Not only half exhaust. Gaining 4. Draw for turn.
Yes.
No troublemakers. Your tank, your Daybreaker, your Plushy Dash. You 1 card in hand? One card in hand? Okay.
Play a troublemaker.
Let's try it. Pay 2. Rally Daybreaker.
2 for Rallying Daybreaker is just fine.
2. Rally Plushy Dash.
You got it.
Go to score phase.
Score phase is good.
Score 1.
You got it.
1 AT bank pass turn.
4. Challenge this. Ready. Draw.
The great thing about Sanctuary Construction is that Grandpas can't play troublemakers there, so he can pretty much be sure that Max can be pretty much sure that there is going to be no villains there doing their nasty frightened stuff. He still has a stick though.
Spend 1. Let's use staff on Fluttershy.
Alright. 5.
Okay.
Interesting, staff on Fluttershy, not Plushy Dash. Oh yeah, because if he did it on Plushy Dash, Max wouldn't confront that dilemma anymore.
Score phase.
Yep, that's fine.
Front.
Yep.
Flips 9 versus 9.
Yep.
Okay.
Plus 2.
It's 4.
I got nothing.
All right. Take a point.
Okay, Grandpa's is up to 9, I believe. And Max is still at 5.
pass the turn, still at 418. 2 cards in hand.
Ready in 2AT.
Yes.
Ready Fluttershy, gain 4, draw for turn.
Yes.
9 or 6.
That's Beavers. That's quite helpful against staff. He still can't do a double face-off, I think.
Deals dead plays.
Not sure what cards he has in his hand besides Beavers, but given his board, can't quite do it.
First things first.
First things first.
Pay 1. Beavers on staff.
I would save Beavers until
Pay 2.
Yes.
Dash Loyal Pony.
Grandpa's turn.
What Daybreaker there?
Alright.
Pay 2. Dash Loyal Pony.
Looks good.
Okay, that works. Loyal ponies work.
Yes.
Fluttershy to here.
Okay.
Let's attempt to confront here first.
Yep, sounds good.
6. Attempt to confront here.
Looks good.
7.
Lips.
Face off. A lot.
Oh, that's Defender High.
Looks good.
9.
Okay, Max is up to 9 as well.
Neutral.
We each draw, right?
That's Family Feud. I wonder what Grandpa's will name.
How many cards do you have in hand?
1.
1 card in hand. Sure.
Limit.
Okay.
Sorry, tank. Yeah. And I think I am set.
I'm going to name unsatisfactory work.
Reveals her hand.
There it is. Wow.
He hit the card.
That works.
Alright. I have no 18, no hand.
All right.
Enjoy your solitaire.
I will enjoy my solitaire very much. Thank you. Draw. I will also
I think that's another staff. Yeah, that's quite lucky.
2 Griffin Stone.
What a
Oh my god.
what a load of
Demon Baby strikes again.
Oh my god.
We shall spend 1 and draw.
Okay.
I believe he's looking for troublemakers, and that's a Pony of Shadows. Or friends.
South Wonderful Stadium. Play a troublemaker for free. And a shame. Stadium. Great loss.
My turn.
Such
So-
loss I have never seen.
The problem with Grandpa's situation right now is he's at 9 points, and without troublemakers he can only confront 1 problem per turn. Because his deck doesn't run many friends. It runs some friends, but he doesn't have any at the moment.
Stick. Okay.
Oh my god, she's so big.
She's so thick.
So without troublemakers, the aggro deck can actually confront fast, get points faster than the farming deck.
Starting to face off. Play gotta go fast to move Mod Pie up here to this problem.
I'm not gonna do it.
I don't have blue for that. I can't do that. I lied. I am a cheater.
What was that going to accomplish?
Move Mod Pie for 118
Oh, okay.
because I started to face off with staff.
I see.
All right. Oh, my bad. Anyway, I'm still challenging Gabriel.
Okay.
10 versus 6.
He challenges Daybreaker.
12.
Wins by 2.
If Daybreaker won that, would I get the point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go to 8 and pass.
It'd be hilarious if he lost that face-off against Daybreaker.
No hand either.
Okay, so
So he can pay 2 to move Mod manually, to farm the troublemaker right away,
we're just gonna skip to this one.
Yep, that's fine.
and get a point out of confront. Yeah, I think that's the play to do. I think he looks if Max can do a double face-off next turn.
I drew for turn. Now I'm gonna draw for that.
Okay. I think I am okay.
Excuse me?
I will move Mod Pie.
Okay.
I will confront for a point.
Yeah, he moves Mod 5 because he believes that Max can't really do a double face-off next turn,
Taking a gamble here.
because he will draw only 1 card. So it's a risky play, because if he draws a mullet or something like that,
Thank you.
4 cards, I'm sorry.
I can't quite see what he drew.
Sucks so much.
I think it's a dilemma.
Okay.
Dilemma.
Sure.
However you pronounce that.
I'm gonna draw a card.
Okay.
So I'm like back down to
That's another one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because that still counts as a friend.
Yeah, that's not helpful.
No, but the friend one is still a friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I believe we are facing off with 8 versus.
So, since that's a pony of shadows, Grandpa's can score only 2 points next turn, so...
Plus you dash to there.
Yes.
Start of score phase.
Yes.
Exhaust to here.
Looks good.
So it's not too bad for Max yet.
Pass turn.
Okay.
1 AT, 2 in hand.
Okay. 418.
However, Grandpa's might get a friend with 4 power, like a rescue party with 6 power, out of Pony of Shadows, and do a double face-off for the win.
10 versus 7.
Oh wait, not for the win, he won't have enough points.
Currently winning.
Pony Shadows is at 12.
Yes. And Modify is at 15.
Shadows.
Okay. So, resolve Pony of Shadows. Dismissed. Flip. Ember. There we go. Rescue party. Perfect.
Oh,
So he's here. This gets
yep, that's a double face-off. Still not enough to win the game, but
180 and 2 cards in hand. Is that correct?
GG. Resolving Pony of Shadows correctly. These are
so
the cards.
All right. Good
if
job.
Since you said
if Max gets a bonus 2 problem,
Cut first.
and he will be able to confront 3 problems, he can win this game, but otherwise not really.
All right.
He'll have only 6 AT to work with,
I'm at 11 from the Pony of Shadows.
but I think he could do it if he gets a mullet or something. We'll see what he gets.
Wonderbolt Stadium.
Okay.
Mullet or
Rescue party.
defend the hive. Oh, that's another rescue party.
Score phase.
Yep.
I will attempt to confront.
Yep.
I will attempt to confront.
Yep.
Face off. I'm going to play barrel through.
Oh wait, Grandpa's wins because he's at 11 points. I'm being silly.
I'll challenge Devil Bappy with staff.
All right.
That is game.
That... You only flip 3 cards there, Grandpa's, I'm pretty sure.
It is a rather non-interactive deck outside of the bailouts. So if you can go fast, I can't do a whole lot. I think we need to play Mod Yellow so we can play Meadowbrook.
Barricade. Surface, confrontal problems. I technically have to rank there. Yep. Things from 13. Go ahead.
Okay, he played a barrel through, apparently. So there will be one more round after this, and then the Harmony tournament is over.
It's 3 hours behind.
Alright, so far we've seen only aggro and farming decks. I want to see some control. Come on, why is no one playing control?
Where's my deep bar? Orange right there.
Alright, 11 versus Seth, 11 1.
It'll be fun. I can watch the stream later tonight.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
See what Hithrock had to say.
It didn't seem like we made any issue or any errors in the game, so that was good. Unlike someone who last game apparently forgot some hobby move or something like that.
Oh no. No, I know what it wasn't him, it was his opponent.
Oh, it's an illegal move.
He just responded to it when he didn't need to.
It didn't matter. You belly flopped it anyway, so it was fine.
Yeah, that's why it didn't matter.
Not plain error. It's just, I mean, technically, yes. Still want to.
Me against cheese was a illegal
Comedy of errors.
Yeah, I saw that.
Why is it so easy to script in this game compared to anything else?
Because people are bad.
Yeah, honestly.
I can't remember the last time I've had like a player like a game state error in Magic.
I know.
Why is it so hard in this game?
Well, that's why every time she's played something without doing Wonderful Stadium first, I asked him if he wanted to use Wonderful Stadium instead. Okay.
Still need to, I want to find a giant D20 like that.
You can get them at most game stores. If you want us to get you one next time we go to a con, we can do that.
Hey, get me one. I like those giant D20s, and I haven't seen any here, but that's not too surprising.
Totally normal pack.
Is it a totally normal pack? Oh my god. Oh, it's such a good pack. Oh.
Wow, what is that pack?
It's a sick pack.
It's all my, it's all my stuff for trades after this.
Why frown?
I would like a pack like that.
I've been screwed out of entry this entire game. I got no purple.
You don't mulligan for purple?
Oh, right.
Read the manual, read the manual. Rest in pieces. I haven't been able to play anything.
Did he DFO turn 2?
I did.
You DFO turn 2?
Yeah, I haven't anything. I should have known.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, you never know how it's gonna go.
So it's my turn.
I've had it happen to me too.
No, I was sitting there going, okay, I probably got no man. I just.
Yeah, you were really doing
Five.
Turn, zero to Sombra, and then stayed there.
I will pay 2 to dismiss my force.
At least it was just lucky to drop it because you made last minute changes to your deck to ruin it.
No.
That is over there. Over there.
My changes and
Yes.
the fact that
I think.
because that made me press big twos.
Before I do that, on the Devil Abbey.
Piece of crap.
Alright, then I will move mod up. And
I really hope we'll get set 11 questions answered on the stream, because I think that'll be a fun thing to see. For those who are unaware, Commentary is Magic run like a questionnaire where people could submit their questions about set 11. I think it should be yes or no question for it to be answered. And they're going to answer it after the Harmony tournament.
score phase, good 14.
And I personally would really like to see that on stream.
Come by after that. It was fine. No.
Because, well, I really want to know if there's Trixie in that set.
We should do 2 groups. Are you wanting to come to the tonight?
Sure.
Can you coordinate a group with the Canadians?
I can try.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Ramen place that is not in Murder Town.
Oh, a different ramen place.
Different
That
ramen
is
place.
not where?
Not in Murder
I will try.
Okay.
There's...
It's not
7
in
o'clock.
Murder Town.
So,
It is not in Murder Town.
it hasn't been strictly announced yet, the new set, but Sim did say that you could ask any question about set 11 at BronyCon any yes or no question, and they will answer it. Well, they'll pick 20 questions and answer them. And I have a friend, Angie, at BronyCon who submitted is there a Trixie in the new set? And the thing is, that question was totally not submitted by me, because I'm not there, I'm here. There's no way I could have submitted that question. I wonder if they'll pick it just for, like, giggles. Because they know it's from me. They might not though, because it's only 20 questions, and like, if I'm perfectly honest, is there a Trixie there is like a fun gimmick question, but it'll be more interesting to see like other questions that are more relevant to the set. For instance, is the next set going to rotate core? Is the next set going to be released this year?
Wizard owns the symbol, and that copyright has since expired. And that was questionable as to whether or not they could enforce it in the first place. Yeah, it was.
One of the questions that could be, is the set 11 going to be a thing? It would be hilarious, is like, you could ask any question about set 11 and one of the questions is set 11 going to be a thing? And the answer is no. It's probably not though. It's probably yes.
What is tapping? Is that trademark?
Tap is.
I think it'd be a trademark because
It can't be a patent. It's not an invention. It would be either a trademark or a copyright, and I think it's a copyright. Yeah, I think it's a copyright.
Start of the trouble.
And it doesn't matter. That just expired about a month
Do I have to
ago.
do the flip before he does anything, or GB? Do I have to flip this before he does anything?
No, there's priority windows.
Before this flips.
You got the ready phase.
Do you want to do it?
The starter troublemaker phase, is there a priority window before it flips?
Yes, there has to be. That's what
I'll post the picture that I talked about in the chat,
it goes.
since there's nothing really happening. So there's another meme about Tempest Blue-White being an anti-farming deck. It came from when I played my Tempest Blue-White, which I really like, it's my favorite deck, against Grandpa's, and he played Torx farming, and I won quite easily because he got unlucky and I got unlucky with my hand. And he told to me, that is an anti-farming deck. And I said to him, no, it is a farming deck, it's not an anti-farming deck. And since then it kind of became a meme. He's saying that it is anti-farming deck and I deny that all the time. And this has been mentioned on Sim streams for several times. So at Gallicon I made this picture, which is... I mean, I have no comment on it, it just says for itself.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if I can put it on
That's one of
stream.
the many reasons.
Now I want to do it on stream. Too much hassle.
I'm gonna find it.
Challenge that.
there are also a number of cards after contested. This thing used to banish itself.
You can just stick that back out on the discard pile using any number of abilities that do that and keep playing it.
I thought you were running BronyCon. Is that the only econ card you have? No, I got Five Chasers and I just didn't get any of the rest of it. You got blue.
That's fine, go ahead. Keep your point.
It's getting
Hey, Aura. We're gonna have to cut this short at 3 rounds. I know. It's 3:40.
That's why I was like, why are we doing a fourth round?
Okay, seems like they're actually cutting it at 3 rounds.
Fourth round.
Winning record! 2 and 1.
Yes. How many cards? Okay, D8. That works. What are you guessing? You're guessing this copy? 1 to 4. It is 1, so that works.
I didn't even play any of my fancy card pieces. They're the reason why this deck is harmony. Because my deck is delightful.
Thinking about challenging?
I could potentially score 6 points.
Potentially.
Don't think we're going to get results, and to be honest, not sure how representative those results are going to be, since it's been like 30 people and only 3 rounds.
It needs to be 1 pack
So
away.
like there's, I know you have something like no.
Like I think with that amount of people you get like 4 people at 3-0.
I don't have anything I can use to responsibly. Okay, so you're paying 1 and you're moving 1 of my characters. Do you want to move something from home? You do have the option to move 1 of my characters from home.
I do. I'd rather go.
Time and round.
All right.
Spyglass. Middle. Piece of
I want that playmat. With Trixie.
I mean, hey, getting points off of Poppy, if you can get points off of Poppy is a thing.
Also, the playmat on the left has been sold at an auction house at Galacon.
2-1, I forgot about me.
Don't remember for how much it went, but it went more than 100 years for sure. I think it was 500, but I might be wrong.
I got ultra killed by the first nightmare move because it dumped 2 copies.
Ouch.
Okay, so then I finally got Jungle Key up. You know what happened right after that? You know what 4 cards I drew in a row?
Wow.
It's okay.
Literally the worst thing against this deck is all the villains. This is also yours. This is also yours.
Alternatively,
Mod Farm only lost
should've
to
guessed
itself.
better.
I should have guessed better. I could have won. I just need to guess better.
Across all players?
You don't have enough belief!
Across all players. The only one who lost was Cheese and it was against me.
Okay, that's probably a better use for that, to be honest.
I think this might actually be the most meta-viable counter to Poppy.
That is until I start getting more shit in here.
I'm actually quite curious how are they even going to answer the questions at all.
Aloe is yellow, change my mind.
You don't need to. There it is.
How do you move up?
How's a legal stick in varmint barricade?
Sure, Bugle, sure.
Stab me with stick. That's what you do.
That's even more wrong than Aloy's colorless.
No, I basically lost 2 turns worth of cards.
Or well, no, it's exactly the same amount of wrong.
Which is not what you
And
want.
you're never gonna play that.
It happened against Richard.
So what I was saying is that I'm not sure how they're going to do the answering questions part, because there are 30 people there. Are they going to just gather everyone around and answer them, or will they have the panel? Or I have no idea.
3 turns.
We'll see, I suppose.
2 turns too many. While I tried to while I drew 4
But
villains in a row.
everyone who was watching the stream,
Good job.
I hope it was fun to look
RNG
at different
is what
decks
RNG does.
and see some games. Especially see some orange farming back.
Richard tried to do the aggro game. He bursted out a bunch of Angel Links early game. It ended up being too much gas at once.
What, did you play Triple Angelings?
No, Richard did.
Do I look like
Okay, they're doing a single 32-man pod.
Okay,
What?
so they
For
have
what?
so the Magic tournament here.
This game?
No. So the 32-man Magic tournament with no description is actually a 32-man cube that
How
somebody
many players do stick around for prizes?
has donated.
Oh, there are also prizes.
Oh, are you not? You're not doing a fourth round?
No, we don't have time.
Prizes are the best thing. The best part of tournaments after playing.
Hithrock, this is the last round, in case you haven't heard. We're only doing 3.
Yeah, I've heard that. We'll see, like, I'll be wrapping up stream if we're not going to have the answers streamed. But if we will, we'll stick around.
I guarantee you the tournament organizer has not, because when I asked them what the Magic tournament was, they had to go to another guy who had to go to another guy to figure out what was going on.
Feels good.
So they don't even have a proper judge.
I wonder what prizes for this tournament are.
It's not a wizard sanctioned event.
I'd be impressed if they could get that to happen, but it wouldn't.
So how many exos were there for this?
Three,
They should be using Word, but
I'm not sure. We'll find out. Jeez, how many people went 3-0?
I don't know.
I went 3-0.
So Pile went 3-0. Mod Farm only lost to itself.
Vinyl Mod returns!
Excuse me. Yeah, Vinyl
Vinyl
Mod.
Mod.
It's nothing but Mod Farm and Pile.
Woo! Who missed it?
This really is a
none of you.
And Poppy combo.
There's only one pile.
Aggro combo control.
Yeah, I actually agree with his article. Poppy is not dedicated combo.
You can make it, but it's worse.
Yeah, it's significantly worse if it's dedicated combo. Your pile deck is done, by the way.
That's fine. You can
He
still.
burst into 14 points in one turn.
Look,
Turn 2, 14 points.
on turn 2.
His opponent had done nothing yet.
No, not on turn 2.
Yes, on turn 2. I was sitting next to
How do you
him.
get the 14 points of a very interesting man?
A whole bunch of discounts.
There's not enough discount.
You know
There are
of a
not
franchise
enough
called
discounts.
Love Live?
Sounds familiar.
It's a Japanese multimedia franchise.
Oh, are you going to tell him what Love Live is? It's a trap. That's what it is.
No, it's wonderful.
With anime, that means
It's
several
great.
things.
Okay, so it's a Japanese multimedia franchise that started out as
No, Love Live is amazing, and I love it to death, but it is a trap. It absorbs you into everything. Oh shit, we have to...
Okay, so I just got the confirmation that the questions won't be answered on this stream. So I'll be wrapping it up. I think if I got that correctly, me and Cursed will get the answers to them, and we can counter them at Meticulous Talks tomorrow,
Ivory.
which should happen
No, he's running one.
in like 20 hours from now, or 21 hours. So yeah, this will be the end of the stream. Thank you everyone who joined the stream
I need
watching.
to know what Animoy was running.
Stop yelling, bitches.
Where are you?
I'm trying to wrap up the stream here.
Final
So yeah,
something.
thank you everyone who
Where is
came, who chimed in to watch the games.
No.
I hope it was fun to watch. It was definitely fun for me. This has been
By the way, this is still streaming.
BronyCon 2019 Harmony event. And chime in for Meticulous Talks tomorrow, which will be in 21 hours, if I got that correctly. And I'll see you next time. It's been Hithrock. Bye.
GP! Over